A new major order dropped yesterday, and honestly, it has to be one of the most funniest major orders yet. You're probably thinking, what do you mean? We have to save the children. We have to save the children. Yes, but look, okay? Look, guys. The anti-tank mines. The anti-tank mines. So, you choose, what do you want? Anti-tank mines or save the children? I know what I'm picking. It's either or no, but we need it. We have failed so many major orders so far, so I think we deserve this one, Helldivers. But who knows, we may have a surprise if we do save the children this major order. Anyway, guys, what we are going to talk about in today's video is the new major order, as well as some other things such as the future roadmap for Helldivers 2. So strap in, guys, this is going to be an awesome one. So to start things off, the new major order now says, briefing, High Command has received 2 urgent requests for an aid on planets to the automaton occupation. An emergency distress signal from Vernon Wells describes thousands of civilian survivors of Super Citizen and hospital for very sick children. Food and water supplies are dwindling. Their survival even this long after the fall of the SEAF recruitment facility on Vernon Wells is remarkable. Without imminent rescue, they will soon perish of starvation, thirst, or automaton butchery. I mean butchery, man, like the robots butchering kids. That's just like, that's so dark, and I weren't expecting this in Helldivers 2, but that's actually really funny. I love that they've actually added this into the game. Meanwhile, however, intercepted automaton communications have identified a large explosive repository on Marfark. Intel accesses with high confidence that these explosives came from Chuhi, is that how you say it? Chuhi? Stolen during the initial automaton invasion. These stores are very likely to contain the critical raw ingredients necessary to finally deploy MD-17 anti-tank mines. Time is not on our side. Only the first planet liberated is likely to be saved. The Helldivers are trusted to determine which course of action, rescuing the children or the AT mines, will ultimately save the most freedom. This is honestly the most Helldivers 2 thing I've ever seen. Like, literally the most Helldivers 2 I've ever seen, you know. For democracy, would you rather save the children, you know, and be good to your fellow citizens of Super Earth, or would you rather go and save the anti-tank mines? Okay, the anti-tank mines. You know what I'm picking for democracy. You know what I'm picking for democracy. This major order has become a walking meme, and Facebook is just insane, and it's so hilarious. Like this one, a little girl on Vernon Wells asked the angels for help. Super Earth replied, they're on the way. I mean, are we? Come on, are we really? Because I know a lot of people want the anti-tank mines. We have failed it quite a few times now, and it's kind of funny, I'm not going to lie. Because a lot of people are saying we should purposely fail the major order, or at least save the children in this major order to keep the meme alive. Maybe saving the children will get us something even better than the anti-tank mines. I mean, has anybody thought about that? We're kind of gambling there, honestly, if we just do that to expect something in return, because we may not actually get anything for saving them. But at the same time, who knows? It may just be a test, you know, of our might. What do you want? Let me know in the comments. Are you trying to get the anti-tank mines or save the children? There are actually words that if we save the children in this order, that we could actually receive the Super Earth Troop Supporter Stratagem. This is just speculation, obviously, and I don't actually know where it came from, but that would be so sick, honestly. Some of the memes over on Facebook are actually pretty funny as well. Like this person says, first attempt failed to unlock AT mines, second attempt failed to unlock AT mines, third attempt unlock AT mines or save children, and then obviously the last image shows save the children. Like, he's just upset, you know, he wanted the anti-tank mines, but everybody went for the opposite, you know, everybody went for the opposite. I mean, come on, if you do anything else, you're pretty much an evil bastard. Literally, you're a freaking evil bastard. But again, maybe I'm going to do that, you know, because I want the anti-tank mines, you know, I've been waiting for them for ages, and yeah, we haven't got them. But the decision is with the community, so we'll have to just wait this one out and see what everybody wants. Another one here by Gerard Clark says, everyone save the kids, we don't need the anti-tank mines. And it's just a picture of basically a tank slowly pointing its barrel at you. Honestly, these memes really get me. These memes are just like so funny, honestly. And lastly, from the official page of Helldivers 2, there's this meme, which is probably the best one out of all of them. That's not a knife, bot. That's a knife. If you don't understand the reference, then yeah, you're probably too young. So yeah, this order is pretty much a walking, talking meme at the moment, and it's probably the funniest major order we've had so far in the game. Now we are moving on to talking about a conversation over on Discord with the chief executive over at Arrowhead Studios, who was asked some questions regarding an expansion. This member said, "Are you looking at any expansions of the Helldivers Super Earth universe into other genres? Should the success of Helldivers 2 continue? In terms of releasing new games, I mean, because I'd buy for sure." Then the chief wrote back and said this: "It took 8 years to make this one. Let's settle a bit first, shall we?" I'm not going to lie, that's a pretty straightforward answer. I mean, I wasn't aware this actually took 8 years to make, but if you ask me, they have actually done an amazing job if they did this all in 8 years. But yeah, as much as expansion would be sick, honestly, you can understand them wanting to just settle down with this for the time being, you know, what we have at the moment. Now, the next question was about the roadmap going forward. And this member says, "Will we get a roadmap of the game, future development and upcoming updates?" Then Shams wrote back and said, "We should at some point after summer maybe." I mean, guys, we may not have an exact date yet on the roadmap, but at least we know we can expect something soon, sometime after summer. I think personally a roadmap is pretty good. At least it shows us what to expect within the year. But then again, Helldivers 2 is driven by the community and its choices, so maybe it would kind of contradict a lot of the things in the game, so maybe it's not a good idea, because at the end of the day, how we play determines what will happen in the game. So I actually don't know how a roadmap would actually work and how it would be viable, since the game is pretty much based on our own choices within the community. Now, this last question was by It's Grey Hat, and he asked, "Any news on us being able to vibe in the hangar bay at some point and simp for Eagle 1? Then Shams responded saying this: "Neat idea, but likely not a high priority thing, question mark." Now, this would be a pretty sick idea to be able to explore the ship a bit more. Obviously, it's not high priority at the moment, but it's a great way for the developers to throw hints our way for future updates and even give us more ways to customize our ship, you know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, is this a good idea or not? Now we're going to check out a leak, so if you don't want to hear about this leak, please leave now. This is basically some audio for the Super Earth Hellbot. This is from Iron Sights over on the Reddit page.
Tip number 419. Illuminate outposts are often heavily shielded and are best overcome with weapons boasting extreme destructive power. Tip number 394. During night missions, Helldivers are automatically granted access to the flare stratagem at no extra cost. Hooray! Beep boop. Tip number 836. Lying prone provides minimal protection against nearby explosions. Tip number 194. The longer a mission takes, the more aware of your presence the enemy will become. Non-murderous butler. The election is approaching. Please be prepared to participate. Sales are the lifeblood of democracy. And also final. Tip number 119. Locate and successfully extract with intel, and you will reveal an intel mission. Hooray! Purchase complete. Please note, some samples are rarer than others. Pay careful attention to what your fellow Helldivers are doing. Tip number 223. Research points are used to progress your Helldiver specialization and to access certain rare stratagems. Hooray! Please make your way to the Democracy Officer for the latest war briefing. Tip number 626. Eagle aircraft must be rearmed during missions via the corresponding stratagem. This will restock their usage and their spirits. Self-diagnostic complete. Conclusion, not an automaton. Tip number 411. When fighting, illuminate. Keep moving. Tip number 329. Each tier in your Helldiver specialization unlocks new items.
Now guys, if you want to see more Helldivers 2 news, updates and leaks, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. I appreciate all of you who have watched up until now. You guys are legends. So until next time, Helldivers, go and conquer the galaxy for democracy.